All right, this is nutrition review, take three. Let's see how it goes. Hi, my name is Ryan Riley. This is for the principles of nutrition class. I'm doing the media review, and the influencer I'm reviewing. She's called Tony Fitness, or Tony Fulton, and we're doing a media review of her today. Okay, so. Who is Tony Fitness? So she's a fitness influencer, like I just said. She attempts to get people to lose weight with calorie deficits and meal planning a lot. And a lot of also like supplements and other things. We're gonna take a look at her website as well. I also said she kind of makes fun of people online for not or for failing to stick to meal plans. That's she kind of dramatizes the her content a little bit, kind of to get keep people engaged and to get people to actually like click on her and stuff. So we'll take a look at her Instagram right now, and I can pull up some specific examples of this. All right, here's one.
Before you leave the house. Yeah. Meal plan for picky eaters. You're not a picky eater. You just don't like vegetables. Yeah. What if I'm an actual picky eater? Then you wouldn't be so big. You keep saying you're a picky eater. Why? How are you so large? Yeah. If you're so particular about food, how'd you get so big? Yeah. You're not a picky eater. You just don't like tomatoes on your Chick-fil-A sandwich. That doesn't make you a picky eater. Yeah. Thank you so much, Crystal. Double tap middle of the screen. Picky eater. That's so weird whenever people say that. But if you like it, I love it. Yeah. I'm gonna do a 90-day watermelon fast. Disgusting. How to stop overeating? Talk to a specialist. Why do I crave sugar so much? Because you're addicted to it. Most people are. First 2 weeks of the meal plan will help you with your sugar and your dairy addiction. Vegan, vegetarian.
Okay, I want to kind of point that out again. Like, if you, I don't know how to rewind, but it shows how she was kind of like advertising her meal plan, like in between making fun of people for not sticking to, or saying they're a picky eater. Um, and obviously she's saying they're not, but it's clearly dramatized, to get people to click and laugh. We can take a look at one more example. Um,
How do I know if I have body fat or bloating? It's fat. I'm telling you right now. Okay, your boyfriend called you fat. Call him fat again. If he big, I know you big too. Birds of a feather flock together. Hey, Alana, what can I eat for a late night snack? Sleep. Chew on your pillow. So delicious. How do you motivate yourself to take action to lose weight? Look in the mirror with no clothes on. That should scare you. You should jump scare into the kitchen to eat less. What if I can't stop eating McDonald's? Well, you'll get heart disease. That's not a problem for me. I'm not dying of heart disease. You are. I'm scared to weigh myself. Why? You're not scared of Chick-fil-A, but you're scared to weigh yourself? You wasn't scared when you DoorDash yesterday, but you're scared to weigh yourself. No, that's funny to me. You're not scared of crumble cookies, but you're scared to weigh yourself. That's so interesting.
okay. So again, the hat kind of underlines the message. We'll talk about that later. Uh, so again, as you can see, she's kind of again making fun of people a little bit in between advertising the meal plan. Um, and obviously it's just dramatized a little. So this actually like showed up on my feed as well as my girlfriend's. She also gets videos like this, and she kind of shares them with me, and I'm like, hey, is this like it's like, is she giving advice, or is she like pretending to be like an expert in the subject, but she's just trying to sell stuff? So that's why I picked her. Right. All right, credentials. So actually, I tried to do some digging. Didn't turn up much. So a lot of her experience is testimonials. She claimed to be like overweight. She claimed to be around like 200 pounds, and now she lost a little weight. And now she's trying to quote unquote help people lose weight as well. But a lot of the experience is just, her claiming to work with accredited people, but I've never actually like seen any credible people. She doesn't have anything linked in her website. So I tried to research her. I went to her LinkedIn. Um, So again, she's based in Columbia, South Carolina. If you read her about, she's a fitness coach who is passionate about helping people reach their full potential and achieve not only their dream bodies but their dreams lives. With years of experience, she developed a unique approach to focusing on empowering you, making sustainable life choices, and go beyond just a physical transformation. Okay. So I have a problem with this. Just the way, she uses buzzwords to pretend like she like knows what she's talking about, like get people invested. There's nothing really scientific about this, it's just, like I'm gonna help you lose weight, essentially. And you just have to take her word for it. It says Tony's been featured in many public publications. I can't find a single publication she's ever been featured in. I'm not like claiming she's lying. It's just like she's not very upfront with those. Um, I believe she might have a kind of a side business that's like helping people with weddings and like fitting into wedding dresses and stuff like that. And I think that's kind of associated with her fitness business as well. So I think that's a little bit of a conflict of interest if I'm being real honest. She says, yeah, here she claims she was formerly overweight. So this is her claim to fame, I guess, is that she was overweight at 225 pounds. And because of her hard work, she lost that weight. So it's like, obviously a testimonial. Like, do we know if she was overweight at some point? She could have possibly been. That doesn't make her an expert in nutrition. Um, yep. And then a lot of buzzwords. Experience. The only experience listed is that she's a company owner for her own company, and her skills are public speaking. So again, I don't see any degrees posted on this LinkedIn. Any accreditations or any experience besides the fact that she's been doing this for 5 years, I guess. Um, okay. So I tried to research her business as well, um, just to see if there was anything I could be missing. It's called Fine Fit Coaching LLC, right? And yeah, it's an e-commerce company offering products and services. So you already know that she's clearly trying to sell something. It's clearly a conflict of interest. I don't know if it's actually about helping people be healthy and well. I don't. It's an LLC. It's not even a nonprofit. But uh, again, you can also see that the only employee of this business is her, which is suspicious. Like she says, she claims she works with experts, but I don't see a single expert, like as an employee of this company. So yeah, that's suspicious to say the least. Um. Yes, website also has vague mentions of sources which are not listed on the website. Um, we can take a look at the website as well, actually. So here it is. Um, so here, this might be a little misleading. If I go to the homepage here, okay. So if we go to the homepage, right? Immediately, like lots of bright colors, lots of like, this says 93% of Fine Fair users reported visible results and low blood test levels and lowered blood tests. That also doesn't make sense. What does lowered blood test levels mean? Like lowered blood pressure, or it's not really specific, it's not scientific. The first link here is something where you have to spend money. It's not really anything informative. This is a free recipe, I guess. But it's clearly trying to get people to spend money and buy her products. This is a bestseller before and after. It's good. Okay, well now I have to log in. I don't want to do that. Okay. Yep. We can go on some of the links. This is a 6 week fat loss transformation. Um, okay. Also, the calorie calculators over here. Calorie calculators are I was researching this as well. They're not the best at actually like helping people lose weight because a calorie of like protein is different than a calorie of fat, and a lot of people have different body masses, and they're built differently. So some things that might work for some people might not work for others. And if you actually ask a nutritionist, there are better ways to consistently lose weight. And a lot of the times, what you do is you go on a calorie deficit, right? And then once you get off the deficit, your body just like retains more calories and fat. So like any weight you lose, you're gonna get it back within like, like a couple of weeks or a couple months. Which isn't like, isn't stated here. Um, Again, this is her life story, setting smart goals. Again, a lot of this is very unscientific. It's testimonials. I'd like to look at the private policy and the disclaimers as well. Uh, yeah, it collects people's personal data. And then let's go to the disclaimers. Okay, by purchasing this program, you accept and are bound by these terms. You must be 18. Um, it's basically saying that you take on any risk by following her instructions. And a lot of the time she tells you to actually like ask a doctor, which is good. Um, but it also kind of limits her liability. She's clearly saying, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert. You should actually ask an expert before following anything I say. But it's like you have to go all the way, like it's the last link over here. And also a lot of people, if you go to the homepage, then you'll see all the cool, all of her looking fit and all the meal plans, and you have to actively seek out this, which is a little bit um it's not the best in terms of actually being upfront with what you're telling people. Um, yep, and a lot of this is just basically to cover our own ass. Again, it says the authors of Fine Fit Sister Plans are not doctors. Again, I think it's a little misleading to say authors. Like I don't know, because there's no one who I found who actually like worked with her to write this. So I'm assuming she wrote it herself. And she again keeps on saying that anyone who helped her write these workout plans are not doctors. And it says the advice is based on years of practical application, which is I guess good, but again, you're basically taking her word for it, and there's nothing to accreditate these people. Okay, and then this is like photo likeness stuff. All right. So yeah, again, to reiterate, no life. Her claim to fame is her life experience. She does not have a degree. She does not have a lot of experience in the field of nutrition besides, having a business that, talks down to people and like sells workout plans. And then her website does not list a lot of sources that she got her information from. So yeah. Okay, the message. Oh yeah. So again, the message can clearly be displayed with this image. It's eat less, move more. That's essentially what she lives by, her mantra. Telling people, you're big because you eat a lot and you need to work out and be consistent with it. Which is again not actual nutritional advice. It's just a saying, you know. And it's obviously like but she's only saying that like in between her trying to sell her workout plans and her supplements. Oh, actually, I wanted to go back. We can go back to the website because I wanted to show the supplements over here. So this is very unscientific. I don't know. I don't know. This says this apple cider vinegar pill supplement that you take during your detox phase helps with belly fat loss combined with a balanced meal and supports like metabolism and stuff. This this says consult a doctor before you begin, right? which is, I mean, obviously you should be doing that. But this isn't, I believe there's a disclaimer on this product specifically that says that it's not um it's not approved by the FDA. And I don't know if I can find it. But it this is not like th this supplement is not actually like approved by any government body, or it's not like scientifically approved either. There might be some research that might support her claims, but that's not linked here to her website. So she's clearly just trying to make money off of something. And with the, catchy catchphrase, she's trying to get people to buy it. If you go to omega-3 fish oil, omega-3s are good. But again, these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. So again, we're taking her word for it and no one else's, not a scientific body anyway. Okay, critical. Oh, just click the wrong link. Okay. She seeks to personal stories and testimonials to convince her followers to adopt a meal plan. Very like a large list of disclaimers. She claims to have experience with nutrition as a result of her losing weight, but is not actually qualified to give nutritional advice. The idea of calorie in and calorie out when it comes to weight loss is not, again, antiquated. It's just wrong. This is from Dr. Fatima. This is from a Harvard Health study, actually, which I've linked down here. It says stop counting calories. So I actually have sources that say that calorie counting isn't the best way to determine, well, to have a weight loss plan. Again, they don't yield uniform results. It depends on who is actually trying, it depends on the person, your microbiome, metabolism, that type of food you eat. And that I haven't seen Toni actually say this type of stuff, and I don't engage with the content that much. But again, it's all she basically claims the only reason people are big is because they eat a lot, which again I have a very much a problem with. Another source that kind of exposes Toni, I feel like, is the dark side of fitness influencers and how social media can create unrealistic body standards. So again, this article talks about how even if influencers are trying to do good, the way they go about it is by like basically pushing unrealistic body standards onto kids and onto adults and making them feel bad about themselves, which I feel like is almost exactly what Toni is doing with her content. And we don't even know if she lost this weight naturally. There's no documented weight loss journey that I can find on her website or anything. It's just one picture of her when she was, like 200 or so pounds, and then a picture of her when now. And we take her word for it. She could have been using like Ozempic, fat burners, like stuff that clearly wasn't on her website, you know? And again, like now people are buying into that. And she's just using it to like prey on people's insecurities and make money. Okay. So changes I would make. I would change everything, obviously. But again, she needs to cite sources for her meal plans, pursue a degree in nutrition in health from a accredited university, get rid of the calorie counter, and actually like replace it by giving people actual nutritional advice, like saying to eat less, like red meat. That's something, eat more lean meat. Um, again, like stuff that actually applies to everyone on the whole. Stop selling stuff that's not FDA approved. That's a big one that's in bold. Any supplements or products she's selling should be FDA tested and approved. Obviously, she would make less money though, so I don't know if she's gonna do that. And yeah, she should work with doctors and nutritionists and then cite those and credit those doctors when developing meal plans. And she should stop kind of um stop reiterating the idea of the negative body image. She should stop calling people big online. She's obviously clip farming a little bit, trying to get her name out there, trying to be more popular by saying funny stuff or incendiary stuff. So that's what I would change about her content. All right, final recommendation. Toni Fitness is not fit to be giving anyone advice on nutrition until she gets a degree in nutrition. So